This is the Otodo Gbame community, a fishing settlement located around the riverine area of Lekki. This is not the first demolition that has occurred at Otodo Gbame and other waterfront communities. A similar exercise was carried out in the early hours of November 9th, 2016, a day after a Lagos State High Court granted an injunction against the action. Thousands of members of the community marched to the Lagos State Governor's office to seek his intervention. Although no one attended to them, the demolition stopped, and it did seem as if peace had returned. 5 months later, the communities again are taken unawares as earth-moving equipment rolled into their area in the early hours of Friday. The residents claim that a team of anti-terror police officers and officials of the state's environmental task force stormed Otodo Gbame and other waterfront communities, started pulling down houses and other structures in a bid to forcefully evict them. The wreckage left here says enough to support their claim.
Those people that came here yesterday, they mentioned government, and we vote for them there. We don't know that this is what they are going to use to pay it back to us. We don't know what we did. But all our something they've spread. Since yesterday, I haven't closed my eye. This is my property. These are my children. This is my children.
These are your children?
Yes.
How did you get to this place at first?
Yeah, I just come and rent a house here simply because I'm working inside Lekki here. That is it.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
I'm just living here. I'm doing my business here. I'm a building supply materials.
So who did you pay rent to?
We pay rent to Gbame family.
Gbame.
Yeah, that's our landlord.
Schools, clinics, churches are among public facilities affected by the demolition. Families now take refuge in makeshift structures constructed on water. Those affected are now rendered homeless.
Their school is here. They are going to private school. We have secondary school here and primary school. They've demolished everything.
Megan Chapman, whose organization Justice and Empowerment Initiative has been involved in mediating between the residents of Otodo Gbame and the Lagos State government, explains the legal implication.
We approached the officials on ground, that's the Lagos State Task Force, and we told them that there's a court order ordering this shouldn't happen, that there shouldn't be anything like demolition, that this is disobedience of a court order, and everyone who's involved is subject to being held in contempt of court. We showed them documents. They weren't ready to listen to anything. I then took the next step and I called the state government's lawyer to notify him of what was going on, that this would affect the mediation that's going on and it would have to be brought to the attention of the court.
The organization gives figures of those affected.
Over 4,700 people were rendered homeless. And these are people who were among those who were rendered homeless last year in November when the first demolition took place. And they're people who, because of the court order and the protection of the court, they've been able to put shelters back up so that they can at least sleep at night. And what that shows us is that these people have nowhere else to go.
Governor Akinomi Ambode had vowed to demolish all illegal waterfront communities in the state due to security concerns. But for Chapman, forceful eviction is a harsh response.
Security threat consequences demolition. It's not allowed under the law. It's actually unconstitutional. So the government has been saying it as a way of justifying, but there's no legal basis for carrying out demolitions in response to security threat.
The case is still in court at the moment, but from all indications, the demolition is one that may continue, and residents are now left to an uncertain future.